So apparently the only way to get things done around here is to go on YouTube or to go live or to do something dramatic to get people to understand what's going on around here. So my name is Penella Evans and I've been living in Fort Bragg for 3 years now. For 3 years, my family has been complaining, making maintenance requests for many various different things that we've had problems with in our home. One of them being my ceiling, where there was mold, where as you can see, they just came and bleached the molded area and patched it back up. That's in my ceiling, or my kitchen, where I cook the food that feeds my family. Here, I'm about to take you in my laundry room, where there was mold in my pantry right here. And this mold goes all the way back into the other apartment next door and to the apartment to the left of me. They came in and they bleached it and shut it back up. I have areas in my house where the mold is separating the walls. This is all through my house. The mold is growing into the fiberglass, into the wood. Here my water heater was placed basically on a slab of wood that's about to cave in. You probably can't see, I've got black mold growing around the sockets and outlets in my house. Yesterday, they put so much bleach in my house that I had to take my kids out of here because they couldn't breathe. Everything just smelled like bleach. I have an animal and I have nowhere to go. So we choose to stay here with our dog until we can get somewhere safe for him to go. The only thing that we've asked from housing is for them to get the mold out of our house. We have 5 months left here in Fort Bragg. We don't want to leave. We don't want a new house. We just want the mold out of our house. And instead of them getting the mold out of our house, they have just bleached it and basically covered everything back up. I don't know if you can see, I've got light fixtures that are coming down. They won't fix. All this stuff, maintenance requests have been in for months for, but there's no record of any maintenance request over the entire base for almost 2 years now. Not one single person has requested maintenance over 2 years. We had mold growing in my kids' bathroom. So what they did was come and recaulk it. Put some bleach in it and recaulk it. Like, I can't even begin to just go through and, like, it's almost deplorable and it's disgusting to have to go through and show you all the many, many things that are wrong with my house, and knowing that we're going to be charged for this. Corvias takes $1,200 a month out of my husband's check for his BAH. And out of that $1,200 a month, nothing has been fixed. Nothing has been done. And now we have a mold infestation that we're told, just pretty much get over it. My husband has had a persistent cough for 3 years that he's never had before until we moved here to Fort Bragg. The military is, I guess, trying to do what they can, but Corvias is wrong. They're wrong. And what they're doing to these military families is wrong. And the fact that nobody can stand up to them, or everybody's afraid to stand up to them, has become a real big problem. Because now, I know people who have tumors because of the mold in their home. I know people who have respiratory problems because of their mold in their home. My neighbor has a soldier who is now being medically discharged because of the damage that the mold has done to his lungs. And nobody is standing up for these soldiers and these families who get out there and put their fucking lives on the line every day. These people are in Iraq and they're in Afghanistan and they're on the border wall, knowing that their families are back home living in such deplorable conditions and nobody is standing up for them. So I'm putting this video out there in hopes that somebody will see it and pass it along, and that it'll keep getting passed along until we quit getting these bullshit ass patch jobs and somebody actually takes care of the people who are taking care of this country. And it's not just the housing, it's the barracks. These young men and women they get up every day and they go to work so that they can provide, so that they can fight for their country, because that's what they choose to do. And then their country turns around and says, screw you. So for this country who has the best military in the world and who cares so much about their troops, how can you sit back and let those families and those soldiers live in such filth? How do you do that?